Banks is one of today's leading leadership and lifestyle coaches. Her charismatic and energetic persona is the foundation of her global enterprise, which includes record-setting accomplishments and essential instructional products, such as her book, Quantum Leaps. An MBA graduate of Harvard Business School, Dr. Mayfield Banks continues to enthrall audiences worldwide with her passion for teaching ordinary people how to live extraordinary lives. Gloria also shares her conquering journey through domestic violence and dyslexia. Mother, wife, friend, and motivator. This is Gloria Mayfield Banks.
I was backstage when Eric was talking about your favorite speaker. I was like, ah! That was such great promo. I am so excited. Have y'all had the most amazing time? Have you had the most amazing time? Because this truly is the most powerful. You know when you do it, you have to whiplash. You know you have to do that. So look at your girlfriend and say, the most powerful. No. I saw many of you go, you know, you came here to get it. Didn't you come here to get it? Didn't you come here to get it? Okay, so then you have to act it before you get it. And you cannot be reserved to get it. You have to be all in. So let me see you do it again. The most powerful woman. Yeah, that's it. Living, caring, giving, sharing. Boy, oh boy, I love to work with the daring. A magic million, can you imagine such? Of course you can. We've got the touch. I'm small in stature only, but I'm heavy in belief. I'm leading by example, so you can count on me as I flash this $1 million smile. The world will know it's all worthwhile because I'm banking on the magic, banking on success, banking on some people who simply want the best. I'm proud to be before and I'm proud to be top ranked. I'm elite executive national sales director. My name is Gloria Mayfield Banks. Thank you. Okay, raise your right hand, shake it. You'll be taking some more notes. Okay, now this is what I know. I know you've had some of the most amazing speakers here. I know you've gotten some of the most amazing training. One of the things I know for sure is that you got it because you came here to get it. And the people who come to this event are on purpose with taking it home. Now, I always talk about when you come into the network marketing business, you have a choice. You can do it small, medium, or large. We all love it. We all embrace it. We all applaud it, whether you want it small, medium, or large. And I'm here to tell you that when I first joined, I clearly wanted it small. And I'll tell you a little bit about that. I wanted it small for sure. But after I saw more, I wanted more. Who can relate to that? When you saw more, you wanted more. And then some of us now are at a place where we want it all. Who wants it all? And who wants it all now? Right, you know why I know that? Because you came here to get it. You came here to get it. Wait till next year as this continues to grow and grow and grow. The people who want it bad are coming here. So my topic is how to have a quantum leap. My topic today is how to have a quantum leap, to go from here to here now. Look at your girlfriend and say now. Look at your other girl and say now. And now look at her in the eye, and say, if you don't do it, now, see ya. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it right now. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Yay, Detroit is in the house. Love it. I'm the third of 4 girls, and I grew up in an amazing household. My parents were very on point with building our self-esteem. They were clear about it. They were passionate about it, and so they did an amazing job. When I was in the 7th grade, they found out I was dyslexic. I have a reading disorder. I still have a reading disorder. Yes, I have a book. But let me just say this to you. The publisher came after me for 4 years. And he said, Gloria, we want you to write a book. We want you to write a book. We want you to write a book. Gloria, we want you to write a book. We want you to write a book. We want you to write a book. Gloria, we'd really like you to write a book. For 4 years, he said, we get 400 manuscripts a year. But I select 4 people that I'd like, and I selected you. And I said, no, I don't write. I'm dyslexic. I'm recorded. So you can get everything that I teach about on tape. He said, no, we want you to write a book. I said, no, well, I'm not going to write a book. So then he said, well, I'm dyslexic too. You have a book company and you're dyslexic. So I wrote the book. So I did, but I'm still dyslexic. So when I write very clearly. I write very succinctly. I write very short, but I write the real deal. So anyway, I graduated from high school with a lot of hard work. Remember those kids that you would take an exam when you were in school, when you were in elementary school, and after the exam you used to go out and play? And then the kids that needed the extra time used to stay inside? That was me. I was the extra kid. The extra time kid. That was me. But I did. I pushed really, really hard. And then I went to college at Howard University in Washington, D.C., studied real hard there. Yay, the big HU. And then I studied management there. And you guys, while I was an undergrad, that's when I fell in love with sales. I did. I remember having one teacher specifically talk about how sales would make a difference. And I fell in love with it at that moment. I remember that moment. You know, this week, you've heard a lot about the defining moments, different people's defining moment. And I remember my defining moment when I decided that that's what I really wanted to do. And I started that, and I started thinking, but I wanted to go into leadership. So I knew I was going to go into leadership first. So I took a job right out of college with Polaroid Corporation in Boston. And I used to manufacture film. And I used to manufacture film from 3 o'clock in the evening till 11 o'clock at night, next to big machines that went ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Now, do I look like a ka-chunk, ka-chunk kind of girl? I didn't hear you. Right. So I left, and I went to school, and I went to Harvard Business School. I remember calling my mom, who was a teacher, and my mother, as a teacher, used to work with me so much when I was in elementary school and junior high school. They had not tested me, so they did not know that I was dyslexic. So she used to work with me day and night. How many mothers do we have in the room that do that homework? I mean, that just like stay on that homework like, oh. So she was in there. She was in there doing my homework with me. So when I called her and I said, Mom, I got accepted to Harvard. She said, you did? Really, she was shocked. She was very shocked. But I did go there, and I want you guys to know I worked so very hard because I wanted to get my piece of paper. My piece of paper. How many of you have your piece of paper? You know, the piece you don't need anymore? Right. The piece of paper. I worked so hard to get that piece of paper because I thought that piece of paper was going to take me everywhere. And I left there and I took a job with IBM, and I became a sales rep for IBM. And I used to sell the big computers, the big mainframe computers. The big computers that I would sell for $4 million. You know I didn't get a large percentage of that, right? Or I would be not standing here today. But I didn't know about the percentage that you could make. So I was excited, and I was selling it. And then I was called into the office as their #1 salesperson. They said, Gloria, congratulations. Congratulations. I said, what? They said, congratulations, you're #1 in the branch. I said, really? I said, yes. I said, really? I said, yes. I said, really? I said, yes. I said, oh, my God. So they said, we want to promote you. I said, really? They said, yes, we're going to promote you and move you into management. I said, great. You know, when you come into management, you're going to come off commission and go on straight salary. I said, okay, great. Go on straight salary. I said, you know, when you go on straight salary, you're going to take a little decrease in pay. Excuse me. Did you say I'm #1 in the branch? Did you say you'd like me to teach to everybody what I've just done? And for that, you're going to give me a decrease. You ever had an exit interview where they have all these people talk to you? And then there's a sheet of paper there, and it explains everything. I said, you know what? I can't read, but I can count. And I'm not doing this. So I left. You guys, seriously, through a whole series, I was invited to a party. And at that party, I saw what they were doing. And at that party, I saw some people make some money. I leaned over to my children at that time and I said, we're going to join this network marketing organization. And I moved it along, and it was fabulous. So I want you guys to know that every one of us has a different story. Every one of us has a different journey. How many of you know that? How many of you know that you have a story? All of you have a story. I want everybody's hand to go up. Right, because we all have a story. And I want you to know something. Your story inspires other people. So let's start to have a quantum leap right now. You ready? I didn't hear you. Are you ready to have a quantum leap for real? Okay, so we're going to start now, and we're going to have a quantum leap right now. And the first part that you're going to do when you have a quantum leap, the first thing you're going to do is that you're going to make a decision. It is the most important lesson I learned at Harvard Business School was to make a decision. When you sit on the fence, and you've heard this before, when you sit on the fence, it's a very painful place to be. Have you ever sat on the fence before? I know you haven't sat on it lately. But when you sit on that fence, it is a very painful place to do. Guess what? What people don't do, what people miss, is they miss the power of the decision. Now, here's what I want to tell you. All of you made a decision. You guys have made a decision to come here. You guys made a decision to invest in yourself. How many of you know that making this decision is already taking you to a higher level? How many of you know one of the smartest things you're going to do is go home and make sure your team is here next year? How many of you know? Because you're going to make a decision. Here's what I want to tell you. We do make decisions, but in order to make a quantum leap, here's what you need to know. The power of the decision. If it's a bad decision, you can fix it. If it's a good decision, you're on your way. The worst thing is to be an indecision. Become a decision maker, and for those of you who clearly want leadership, I want to tell you this. One of the most attractive things you can do when you're thinking about being a leader is to be someone who's decisive. People are drawn to decisive people. And when you stay in that format of, I'll get back to you later, I don't know, how many know people like that? And once they say that, do you ask them another question? No, because they never give you an answer. You got to be very decisive, very decisive. Confidence. Confidence is the number one thing I'm looking for when I'm talking to people. I'm looking for one thing. Either they are very confident or they want to become confident. This is something that I think is so important. And I want you guys to know that confidence can be gained. But when you're looking to have a quantum leap and you're looking to grow fast and you want a strong team, you're looking for people who are clearly confident about what they're doing. You guys, I'm a grandmother of 4. I know. Okay, so here's what I want to tell you. When I started my network marketing, I was married with 2 small babies, 13 months apart, 1 and 2 years old. I'm a product of domestic violence. I was in domestic violence for 10 years. Here's what I want to tell you. I was a very smart, hardworking, professional woman who was extremely confident in my career and extremely unconfident in my marriage. Are you guys with me? So here's what you want to know. You can be confident in different areas of your life. I left that because network marketing brings out so many personal growth, positive things in my life. I became a single parent for 7 years. Then I met my husband when I went to Florida because we went to a theme park called Wet n Wild. It was wet. And it was wild. But I met him there. And we did date for 7 years, and then we blended our families. 4 teenagers at the same time. How many of you have a teenager at home right now? Put your hand up high because I'm going to pray for you. 4 teenagers at the same time. He's an amazing man. At the time that I met him, he was a small entrepreneur. When he met me, I was a small entrepreneur. Now he's a big entrepreneur. He has a phenomenal company, a phenomenal construction company, and he's on the Federal Reserve Board. And he's just an amazing person. But we share 4 grandchildren. They call me Gigi. They call me grandma. They get no money. Because I'm confident who I am. And I want you to know that through that transition of not being confident in my marriage, to being a single parent, to growing a big business, I became extremely confident. And the confidence that he saw in me at Wet n Wild was what attracted me to him. I'm here to tell you, confidence is a pathway, and it's dynamic. So the minute you get to another level, you have to learn to regain your confidence. What will slow you down if you want to have a quantum leap is to wonder if confidence is required. I'm telling you it's required, and you will always work on it. The next thing I want to tell you about is belief. Belief. Oh my gosh. Write this down. You are exactly where you are in life because that's exactly how you see yourself. If you want to be at a different place in your life, you've got to start to see yourself differently first. You see yourself differently first. What I mean by that is you need vision and imagination in order to grow your belief. Man, oh man, I don't know what better belief you could have received as women in network marketing than to come to an event like this and see power hitters around you all day long. I remember seeing one of the biggest power hitters in my organization for the first time. I remember she flew in town. She was doing some training. She told us how much money she had made that month. The entire 2 hours, I sat like this. I didn't hear anything else she said after she told me how much money she had made. I didn't. Now I make that plus. But she planted the seed. And that's why events are so important. When you come, you get the seed is planted within you. And now all of you will become the most powerful women in network marketing. It's without a doubt because your belief has been stretched. And so I want to tell you that in order to build your belief, if you've ever heard this before, and I remember hearing this, I used to wonder, if you can believe it, if you can believe it and you can conceive it, you can achieve it. Have you ever heard that before? And you hear, don't you ever wonder how do you get to the point where you can believe it? It's how do you become $1 million earner? How do you become a $2 million earner? How do you become those guys? It's because of the visualization and the imagination. And I want you to know this, that when you're dealing with life, things take away your ability to increase your imagination. Are you guys with me? And things, discouragement, the no's, all those things start to take away your imagination. So I want to tell you, I want to encourage you that if you want to grow your belief, you will lay in your bed and you will visualize where you're going and how you're going to get there. And I'm going to tell you that at the end of every month and at the end of every year, miracles happen in this business because that person has visualized it over and over and over again. And when somebody's next to you saying, well, the month is over, I guess I'm not going to meet the goal, that other person who's visualized it, doesn't matter what it looks like, because what it looks like is in her head. And she pushes through to make it happen. And guess what? The miracle of success is just around the corner called quit. And so that's why she keeps going. And that's why she crosses the line. In order to have a quantum leap, you have to master the skills. You've got to master these 4 skills in particular. Time management, emotional management, money management, and skill management. Those 4 things will take you up, and those 4 things can take you out. And so, okay, let's just be friends here. Who would like my best time management tip? Put your keys in the exact same location when you come home. Seriously. All of us know what it's like. You're perfectly coiffed. Your hair is fabulous. Your outfits are fabulous. Your shoes are fabulous. You're fabulous. You're ready to go. And you cannot find your keys. You start looking through the house. Then you start looking through the house. Next thing you know, you're yelling at your kids. Where are my keys? Where are my keys? Next thing you know, they're over in the corner like this because you're looking for your keys. I'm telling you, we have so many time management tips that are on there. But here's what I want to tell you, that you must manage your tip. Let me give you my best emotional management tip. You ready? My best emotional management tip is the compartmentalization. You don't have to deal with it all at the same time. You have to decide what you're going to deal with now. Is your emotional management. And really, it is understanding that you do not have time for a bad day. If someone says, I'm having a bad day, run from them. You only have time for a bad moment. At most, you have time for a bad half a day. But a whole day? No, you don't have time for a whole day. Money management. Remember what I said? You don't have to worry about money until you have some. But you got to make some. And skill management. I promise you, when I started this business and my kids were young, you know how at the time you forget the blessings that you have sometime, but my son wakes up really early and he goes to bed early. My daughter woke up late and stayed up late, so I was up all the time. The bonus of that was I was studying. I was thinking about, I would like to sleep, but let me tell you something about sleep. Eat when you're old and sleep when you're dead, if you want to have a quantum leap. So you want to study the skills necessary. And I know that when you come to a thing like this, when you come to GoPro and you come to network marketing, you're going to get some skills. When you leave here and you take those sheets of paper, you're going to have skills. I want you to go over those skills. It makes a massive difference. Remember what we're doing here. We're doing what? Quantum leap, right? We're not doing slow. We're doing now. Goals. SMART. You've heard it before. Here's what I want to tell you. I honestly could teach for 2 weeks about goal setting. I really could. It's one of my best areas, is goal setting. But a lot of people get it twisted. They got to know the difference between a goal and a strategy. You got to know the difference. But SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, results, time frame. If they do not fit in that order, then they are not a goal, they are a dream. It is a wish. How many of you are already leaders in your organization? So we talk to people all day long about their goals, correct? But if you ask each one of them about their goals and you get it to fit inside the SMART SMART goals, you will have a quantum leap in your business immediately. It makes such a massive difference. Look at your girlfriend, say massive. Because I am, look at her girlfriend, say massive. Because I am super bad all day long. Because I am super bad all day long. In order for you to be super bad all day long, you have to have goals, daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals. You have to be on it, like that woman in the picture, the race car driver. You got to be on it, on it, on it. Image. Ladies, let's talk about it. Because we tend to give so much to our family before we give to ourselves. And it is critical that you understand you have 7 seconds to make a good impression. So that smile makes a difference. Look at your girlfriend. Look at her. Give her a smile. Teeth. Surrounded by lipstick. Nod your head to the side just a little bit. And go like this. You know, they can't tell you no when you're going like this. Seriously, it's really hard. They're just about to say no. You're like, really, seriously, it's major. It is so major. I used to walk in their house like this. I'd extend my hand, look them dead in the eye, smile, and my whole body would say, I'm fun, I'm professional, I'm feminine, and I'm taking all of your money tonight. And they were happy to give it to me because I'm confident. I'm telling you, image, ladies, let's just be girlfriends here. Let's be girlfriends. If no one has given you a compliment on your hair in the last 2 weeks, I need you to grow it, cut it, dye it, or buy some more of it. In order for you to become the most powerful woman in network marketing, you got to pull it together. Let me tell you, really, your image, not just on the outside, it's mostly your image on the inside. It's the image that says, I'm here to serve. It's the image that said, in my space, my desire is to take you higher. It's the image that says, if you're with me and I'm with you and we're on the same page, together we will improve each other. It's an image that makes people see your heart, but it's on purpose. This is something I didn't learn in network marketing. This is something I learned from my father. He said, Gloria, if you're the best you, then you'll be the best wife. You'll be the best mother. You'll be the best person. And honestly, it has made a tremendous difference in my life and a tremendous difference for my family. The next thing I want to talk about is passion. In order for you to have a quantum leap, I want you to really hear me on this. I want you to hear me because the people that are here, you are clearly in passion. You would have not come here if you were not passionate about what you're doing. And when you leave here, I am scared about the airports. When you leave here, you are going to be so ready, so ready. But I want you to monitor your thinking because I want you to know that no one stays at full steam ahead forever. But you have to know when you're in passion and when you're not in passion. Are you with me? You have to know when you're in passion, and when you are in passion, that's when the quantum leap can happen. Where do I specialize for myself is I know how to get myself into passion when I have fallen out of it. What makes you tick? Learn to master you. Learn to master you. Turbocharge. You got the discipline and hustle. Okay, let's talk about the discipline and hustle. Here's what I want to tell you about discipline and hustle. Specifically, I want you to know this. Specifically, do not worry about the discipline as much as you worry about the desire. Because when the desire is there, the discipline shows up. Every time the desire is high and the desire is clear, and that's why the goals are so important, you will do a lot of things differently when you're clear about where you're going. So get your desire in place. But here's the other piece I want to tell you. Don't be afraid of the hustle. In order to have a quantum leap, don't be afraid of the hustle. Don't be afraid of the hard work, and don't explain the hard work to people. You know how they say, oh, you're working so hard. How many of you have heard it? Oh, you're working so hard. Oh, you're working so hard. Oh, you're working so hard. This is your answer. Yes. Yes. You're working so hard, Gloria. Yes. That's the answer. That's a complete statement. Remember, if you explain yourself, you decrease your self-worth. Don't explain yourself. Be excited about what you're doing. Turbocharge. Turbocharge your business. Now, let me tell you this. The best thing you can do in this business to have a quantum leap is to value relationships. And the best way to build relationships is to increase your people skills. And to know how to increase your people skills. That sign that's around our neck that says, make me feel important, that everyone's wearing. How can you make them feel important? How can you pay attention to them? It is something that you study. People skills and leadership skills are two different things. Leadership skills is one thing, people skills is something else. Two different things. You want to make sure that they are on point. Pay attention. This business is about relationships. It's not just about how much energy you have or how much energy you can give. You know what? We have all different personalities at the top of Mary Kay. I hope you saw that in many of the panels, so many different personalities. People are different. You know that, right? You know that, right? Hello? Yes. And so be your best you. And the last thing I want to tell you, if you want to have a quantum leap, if you want to be in a different place between this year and next year, if you want to be in a different place by June, if you want to be in a different place by fall, you have to have short-term sacrifice for long-term success. Short-term sacrifice for long-term success. I can do anything for a short period of time, as long as I don't have to do it for the rest of my life. What I love to do, you guys, seriously, what I want you to think about is where you have been for the last 5 years. If where you have been for the last 5 years is not where you want to stay, and you want to have a quantum leap, then you're going to have short-term sacrifice to move you to a whole nother place on a stratosphere that no one can understand. Let me tell you something. If you're a leader, no one follows you like this. Come on. I'm going to the top. They're not going to follow you like that. You got to be the one out front. They got to be running after you to get to you, to get there. That's how you get there. Short-term sacrifice for long-term success. Okay, so I need everybody to stand up. Everybody stand up. If your girlfriend's not standing, look at her, so you stand up. Okay, because we got to do my favorite point. Now, here's what I want to tell you. I need you to go deep. Deep. You know how to go deep inside. Now, remember, before we started working for ourselves and we worked for other people, they used to say to us, shh, 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 be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. You're making too much noise. Shh, shh, shh. You could never be yourself. And you always laugh like this. You know, and now when we work for ourselves, I mean, we can dig deep. So I need you to dig deep. Because we're going to say this poem, and it's called Our Deepest Fear, and it's written by Marianne Williamson. It was made famous by Nelson Mandela, and it's spread by Gloria Mayfield Banks. Okay. And I want you to read with me, because you are what? The most powerful woman. Whiplash. Don't forget the whiplash part. Don't forget it. Okay. Read with me. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful. Oh, they did good with that. Beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are we not to be? You are a child of God. Your plain small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people don't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that's within us. And it's not just in some of us. It's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Now look at your girlfriend and say, I am gonna win. I am gonna win. I'm not gonna work. I am gonna win. And if you do not run with me, I am going to wipe you out. Yeah, because you are the most powerful woman in network marketing. See you later. Thank you.